More round 2 heats coming up. And here's the one in the water with Josh Kerr, Ricardo, Christie, Deivid, Silva, and Reef, Heazlewood.
Else on edge in your heat. Look at this on the backhand, so quick in transition. Got that outside section with this lower tide. Been tough to find the outside section, which he has done. But really the meat of this score came from these 2 turns on the inside. Beautiful work from Deivid Silva. He would love that, carrying a bunch of momentum now. Like I said, that feels good as he looks in at the judges.
Taking out Matt Wilkinson at the buzzer beater right there. Shocker for Wilco, who currently had was leading the Jeep rankings, as we see Ricardo Christie with some great timing on his own on the backhand. So 15th on the QS, Ricardo Christie, and love to see him back on the championship tour. Here we go. This young man, he's got a bright future. This is Reef, Heazlewood. We talk about quick feet. Reef is another one of those surfers that has that really fast twitch kind of to him.
Good competitive nature in the head. You see very low off the bottom and through his maneuvers off the top. Punches the fins there, a little karate chop. Unfortunate little stumble on that final move there. That wave was probably going to go up into the good range.
Yep, on your way, January to Kayama. Here we go. Deivid Silva. Wow, big fin drift there. Gets back on the front foot, back on the gas pedal, and making some good progression down the line. Just flowing through this left-hander that opened up for him again and finishes off with a snap. So Deivid Silva came to play today, and he's going to get rid of that 1.83 and back up his opening ride of 8.3, Peter.
With that horizontal surfing, there's still power involved. And let's see, watch it here as he glides up over a couple of these sections. There, powers through the first maneuver, drifts his fins, but there, boom, up over the top. Again, kind of powering through the whitewater there, carrying that momentum down the line. So he gets back to the open face and then gets a final maneuver on the wave there. So again, good solid first turn, was able to finish the ride all the way. And again, this is the carve. He carves through it, he sinks his rail all the way through and then releases and drifts, comes out of it with speed. Nice maneuver there for Deivid Silva. And then again, sinks the rail through the whitewash, up and over. Tough to do, and he connected nicely with those maneuvers.
5.03 was the score for that last left-hander as we look to an up and out for...
Which is what you got to do, you know, and I think that also kind of comes to help that confidence is heat wins, and so that's what he really needs.
Heat lead. Silva finds another left and goes to work. Unable to finish off that last vertical bank, but Silva's looking double up sections here at Gincho. Let's take a look at it again.
So again, carrying a ton of speed. Look at that squirt out of that maneuver. Big carve, straight into another one. You know, those carves out in the open face, not super difficult, but they sure are pleasing to watch.
And it looks like Reef Heazlewood's going to take the corner here. Goes for that dynamic finishing maneuver, but just incomplete.
A two-wave total. You'd say that Josh is not in a really horrible situation, but this is that set wave. Again, look at the creases and bumps that he's had to negotiate there. Connects hard there, but look at that. That wave literally peeled underneath him. And that's why, you know, having a set wave, as we see live action, Reef Heazlewood.
Reef finds a left this time. Throws the tail, continues on. It's another snap, but then you can see those waves kind of stacking upon each other and making it super difficult to finish off.
I was going to say, if you have like a nice two-wave set, it'll allow you to have that cleaner water on the second wave.
Here we go, Josh finally getting going here on a right-hander. Skipping through these sections, the wave shows its fangs on the inside, and Josh meets it with a nice lip glide to finish. and a 5.83 just clocking in for Josh Kerr. So 5.83 for Kerr. Now he needs a 2.27, and he's up and riding, surfing to that 2.27, and I'm going to say he got it, especially with that beautiful layback slash to finish the wave. This heat really well. I mean, I was worried, honestly, at the beginning of this heat for Josh Kerr, but it looks like he just came right back. But look out, here comes Ricardo Christie on this right-hander, and it's going to stand up, you know, on the inside, loads up off the bottom. And Christie throws the tail as well.
Let's watch that last wave there. It gets the carve. Again, high impact drift of the fins, a layback snap on the closeout section.
That was a 4.27, and here is the 5.83.
Again, I think all of the score came really off of this final move here. Nice big section, and attacks it. Carries the speed through the maneuver.
And banking that early on is really helping his cause. Let's take a look at this wave.
First vertical hit, and then a second, that one there. Getting the hips above the lip. They do have the best scoring potential.
Splitting the peak, Josh Kerr and Deivid Silva. We're going to stick with Silva as he moves down the line on this left-hander, little bobble there. He's going to stick with this wave despite that, goes to the air and throws it away. Let's catch up with Josh Kerr on the right.
Well, you can see what he's thinking here. Get himself a ramp. A bit of a falter there, though.
Here we go. Reef Heazlewood. Nice snap to open up. Two-turn combo. Banging the lip, finishing off. Number 5.68 is what he needs if he wants to move into second place. Josh Kerr taking this right-hander, staying busy towards the end, second half of this heat. The judges reviewing, and they've dropped the number of 4.87 on this wave right here, Peter.
So again, the snap right to the bottom, tags it again. I think again, that final move, a little bit tentative. The judge is taking note. Nice first snap. Again, get these very compact, but there, tags it, and you can see he kind of unweights. He didn't fully commit to that final move. Had he really kind of laid into it, you got to commit on those final moves.
Well, he did reduce his requirement. He only needs a 5.24 now. Ricardo Christie up, riding. A nice series of maneuvers and finishes on his feet. Whitewater roll-in for Reef Heazlewood. Looking for this wave to open up. Gets vert and digs a rail.
So thinking and reflecting on Christie's wave.
Get this.
Again, it wasn't an easy wave to ride. There was a bunch of chops on it, carves through the first maneuver. Two connects, snaps, and a finish for the fourth maneuver. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be close. I feel like it's going to be just enough.
Well, if that's true, Josh Kerr is going to have to get busy because he's under 2 minutes, and the situation did change. A 5.63 for Ricardo Christie moves him into second place. Josh Kerr drops down to third place. Kerr now requiring a 4.8.
It's not a big score, that is for sure.
Deivid Silva looking like he's moving on to round 3.
Get the opportunity on wave number 2, but Christie says, thank you very much, I'll take this inside one.
Christie on this double up inside right-hander, kicks out. Josh Kerr tries to scratch into one, unable to paddle into the wave, under a minute remaining.
There's the countdown.
Deivid Silva, Ricardo Christie, moving on to round number 3. Heartbreak for Josh Kerr and the young Reef Heazlewood. They're both out of competition.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Josh was so close, and here's his opportunity. Just comes a bit, what?
That was it.
5 seconds after the horn.
And that would have been the number right there.
For sure. And that's been a story of Josh's year so far. He'll have to do it in Hawaii or at the next 2 events here in Portugal or the Quicksilver Pro?
That's a tough one. Coming up next.